Hello guys and gals who are watching this video. Today I have a game review, which would be my first one, and it is Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. I just have the regular Birth by Sleep American version just for a reference, kind of. So put this aside. So here's the Final Mix. And if you know Kingdom Hearts and you don't know what Final Mix is, I'll give you a short summary. It is almost exactly the same as the original, which is this one, but it has a lot more content. This has more bosses that you won't find in the US or the original Japanese versions. You'd only find it in Final Mix. There is the Monstro boss. If you don't know what Monstro is, search up Pinocchio Monstro. That should be a good enough example. And there's enough like secret bosses. There's new Keyblades that you couldn't get before in this one. If you don't know what Keyblade is, I think you should Wikipedia Kingdom Hearts to read about it, because it is a really amazing game. But there's a lot of storyline to go through with all the different games, so it's really interesting. If you like RPGs and Final Fantasy, you will like this. There are Final Fantasy characters that show up. In this one, it's different from the other Kingdom Hearts, because in the other Kingdom Hearts games, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII shows up, which is pretty cool. It's Sephiroth and Yuffie and the whole Final Fantasy VII gang. Let's get into the review. So the case, if you can tell, I'll put it in the light, is really shiny. It's like hollow foil. Ooh. Don't mind the background noise if you can hear it. They're constructing in my neighborhood. They're trying to make it better, but it sucks. Whatever. The logo is also different. If you can see, it says Final Mix instead of the regular Birth by Sleep. It has the Final Mix attached. And the cover art is different, as you can tell. This one is way better in my opinion. It's rated 0A. On the back it's the same thing. It just shows you what really comes with Final Mix. It has a secret episode with Aqua. If you don't know who Aqua is, again, I suggest you Wikipedia Kingdom Hearts. Start with Birth by Sleep. There's Sora and Riku, the main characters, in the first game to the second game, and all after Birth by Sleep pretty much. And there's King Mickey, Mickey Mouse, and Snow White and Ventus. And this is a secret boss. You probably can't tell with my camera, but that's a secret boss. The cutscenes are more detailed than these ones. They have more clarity and they are more high quality. And the facial animations of some of the characters, that's why they put Sora and Riku here, because their facial animations are way cleaner. And this is the back cover art. It's all in Japanese, if you can read Japanese. Okay. Here's what the UMD looks like, which is, it's like a white and purple pattern. And again, it says Final Mix. And when you open the regular one, it's just white and it says Birth by Sleep. So we're going to get into the... I'm only really showing the manual because of how it kind of explains what's going on. So here's the manual. Here, like every other Kingdom Hearts game you'll find, it's in Birth by Sleep, the English version, which is over here also. It is a summary of all the games. So from here it would be Kingdom Hearts 1 to Chain of Memories to Kingdom Hearts 2, I believe. And here it's just a story of Birth by Sleep Final Mix. It says Final Mix right there. So here are the characters. There's Ventus, Aqua, Terra, Master Ericus, Master Xehanort, and Vanitas, and also Mickey. So basically all here is telling you what controls you have. It tells you here about the new features, like it has a new menu screen. It also has a new mode. The save files look different. Also the unversed, which are the enemies, are different colored in Final Mix, so it gives you more of a cooler sense. How they all look different in Final Mix, so it gives you more content. There are also puzzle pieces which were introduced in the regular Birth by Sleep, but not in the Japanese version. Only the localization. There's all these pictures, blah blah blah. It's in Japanese. If you read Japanese, I suggest you get scans from this and translate it yourself if you really want to know. All the pictures, I'm trying to go through it quickly. Tells you about the Mirage Arena, which you can train. Then there's the avatars, the Kingdom Hearts apparel stuff you could buy, like rings and all sorts of stuff. Then here, I think is the manga. I think it's the manga. Yeah, it's the manga. And here's back, the coating. So my review is basically, the final mix version cost $80 around, roughly. I got it on YesAsia.com because I never use PlayAsia and their shipping is just really, really expensive. YesAsia was free with orders over $35 for Canada. So I got this because I got it right after Christmas when it came out. I pre-ordered it to make sure I got my copy. And I would say it was really worth the $70. I know that sounds like a really, really, really steep price because this one was $40 and this one was $30 more. So I pretty much spent like almost $100 on these two alone. More than 100 because this was like 80. So this game, it's the same storyline, the same plot. It is from Japan, I imported it, but the cutscenes are in English, the voice acting is in English, except for the secret episode with Aqua, which I won't spoil, because that was amazing. But that scene is the only scene that is in Japanese with no English at all, like no English voices, no English anything. And it's really cool, because everything is in Japanese except for the voice acting. That is the only thing that is in English, is the voice acting. All the Keyblade names and all the items, they're all in Japanese. So the control schemes are kind of different. Like in the North American localization of Birth by Sleep, attack is X, like all the other Kingdom Hearts games, which is the X button. But in the Japanese imports, it is circle. So you kind of get confused where you want to attack in this one, but you end up jumping in the air and die. It's just to get used to the more different control schemes. So there's a lot of content for this. There's a lot. I can name a lot. There's a secret episode that this game doesn't even have, has nothing about, that leads to a potential another Kingdom Hearts game, which is the cutscene for that was really amazing. It's in Japanese. Aqua only says a couple words, but you can tell what's going on. It is really amazing. This game is just phenomenal. The secret bosses are amazing. You get a new Keyblade. The new boss battles are really hard and challenging. If you like challenges like me, I go for the hardest mode possible, and I go for the hardest bosses, and I try to beat them. So I would really recommend you buying this because the PSP is non-region locked, so that means you can buy games from anywhere for the PSP. Not from the stores, not digitally. Digitally are region locked, I believe. But the UMDs are not, and neither is the PSP for UMDs. So I would suggest, if you have enough money, because I got this around Christmas when like the whole money load was coming, because I don't have a job, so the whole money load was coming, and I had enough money to spare, so I got this. And I got it with express shipping because I wanted this to come and not get lost, because it was very high priced. But it turned out really amazing, and I really love it. I would really suggest getting this one. But if you can't, and you can't import, and you don't want to spend that very steep price, then I would suggest getting this one. This one has less content, but it has enough for you to understand the story. The story in these two do not at all in any way differ. It's the exact same story, but this one has a more in-depth for stuff that happens beyond this game. Like for other games, it would have a more in-depth feel, and you can learn more. But you can also watch it on YouTube if you really feel like it. Just I'm a hardcore Kingdom Hearts fan. So yeah, this has more content. It's really good. This one has less content, but is more affordable. More content, more expensive. Less content, more affordable. And also, because it came from Japan, there is also a multiplayer feature that is in both of these games, which is practically the same game, but this one has more content. But you can play with anyone who has this game, which is the English version. If they have the English version, you can play against them in multiplayer mode. But if you have Final Mix and the other person has the English version, it won't work because Final Mix has more stuff in it that this game doesn't even have, so it wouldn't be able to process that. So Final Mix multiplayer is only available with Final Mix, and other Final Mix users. And since it came from Japan, it also came with, as I tried to find it, this card. This card is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, and he's in his Kingdom Hearts wear, whatever, his outfit. On the back, it came with a code. It came with a code wrapped around it that lets you get that outfit for Cloud in Dissidia Duodecim Final Fantasy, but only for the Japanese version. Like, the code did not work with this one because this is the English North American version, so the code didn't work. So that's all for this long review, guys. Hope you liked it. Hope you helped you decide if you want this game, if you want a PSP, and I'll see you guys next time. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.